We've introduced some new capabilities for the first game announcer tool, and these are designed specifically to help with off-season events that have non-standard formats. Normally, your off-season event is going to have 3-team alliances, and you're going to play the tournament with the rules that have been provided by FRC for the regular season. But there might be a few changes in terms of scoring. Maybe, in the case of Battlecry at WPI, there'll be a couple of maybe 3 dots on the field, and if you can cover them, you can get some extra points or ranking points. So there's usually some kind of off-season dynamic, but it doesn't really change the way that the event runs. In some cases, and we'll use Battlecry at WPI as an example, it does in fact change the way that the event runs. And so let's take a look at some settings that you have available now that can help facilitate these non-standard tournament formats. In the case of WPI, what they do at the end of qualification is they pick alliances. Now, everybody plays in the playoffs. And in this case, you've got 45 teams. And so you need to have enough alliances to make that go. They also use a 4-team alliance for the playoffs. And so this is a switch that's available now in the advanced event settings. You can see it down here at the bottom. Use 4-team alliances. Because we know that this is a straight a double elimination tournament bracket, and there's 12 alliances, you can't use a regular playoff format. So we're going to tell it not to use we're going to say this is a non-standard format. And the last thing we're going to set is that this has a 12 alliance playoff. So we'll turn that on. Now, some things have just happened. If you notice right here, the alliances were last updated and it switched to TBA instead of using FRC. You'll also see that the playoff results are coming from TBA and the playoff schedules coming from TBA. And the reason this is happening is because on the FRC side, we don't have enough alliances. So there's only 8 that are there. At the same time, we also don't have a schedule coming out of the FRC system, and so we can pick up the schedule from TBA. So this is really good news, folks, and it allows you to take advantage of the capabilities of GA Tool while working with events that aren't necessarily supported directly by the FRC field. Let's see what this looks like. So we've turned on non-standard, we've chosen 12 alliances, and we've set up 4-team alliances for playoffs. If we go and take a look at playoffs, it's going to tell you, hey, this is non-standard. You're not going to look at a bracket. There's nothing here. Okay, that's great. If we go over to announce, I happen to be, we'll go to final tiebreaker 5. You'll see that we are seeing alliance picks. So I see 3 and alliance 6. If I go to an earlier match, and don't worry about the names. These are coming out of TBA and they're kind of wonky. Here's Alliance 11, right? Here's Alliance 4. So we're able to make that connection between the teams on the field, the 4 teams on the field, and their alliances and deliver that to you. If we switch to play-by-play, you can see that you also have the 4 teams are represented there, and we know who they are. We know how they were picked. Are they the captain? Are they what we're calling the reserve team? And you can see that they're moving around. When the match is on the field, so let's go forward now to the last match. This didn't post, which is handy for us, because here what we can do is to add or reorder teams. Clearly we can't add another team here, but what we can do is reorder. And so what I might want to do is to move these guys down a little bit, maybe move these guys up and put them on the field, right? So you can do the reordering. There's nobody to add because they already have 4 teams on the field. If you reset the schedule, we'll put it back to the way it's in the schedule. So if you want to, in that moment when the teams have not finished the match, you can still add or reorder. You can't add, you can reorder in this case because there's 4. So those are the things that you need to do here. Again, if you have a non-standard scenario, turn on the non-standard playoff format, set your alliance count, and then also, if you're doing 4-team alliances, turn that on. In another video, we showed how we can use these capabilities. We've moved some of the switches, we know that. But to turn on the 4-team alliances in particular and the alliance count during the alliance selection, and that will allow you to run alliance selection appropriately for the number of alliances in your tournament and for the number of teams on that alliance.